this is not an easy topic. Imagine sharing with someone that God answers prayers. God hears you when you pray. Every time you kneel down, He's listening attentively to your prayer request, and He moves in with a miracle. He moves in with an answer to your prayer. And yet, someone would have gone through a situation where they prayed for a miracle and it didn't happen how they expected. You're talking to someone that has prayed. You're talking to someone that has been expecting God's hand in a situation and they haven't witnessed that. And I thought, because of that background, let me just share. Well, in the book of Jeremiah, this is the book where the children of Judah were being taken captive by the king of Babylon. And one of the kings, King Johanan, and his army, they go to Jeremiah and ask him, and they say, can you go before the Lord, your God, and pray on our behalf on what we need to do in this season? They wanted to hear what God's plans were for them as the children of Judah. So Jeremiah says, okay, I'll do that. And the king actually said to him, whatever you say, whatever you hear the Lord say over us in our situation, we will do that. And then Jeremiah agrees and actually says, I'll pray. And after 10 days, he comes back to the king of Judah and he says, the Lord your God says, do not go to Egypt, trying to run away from the king of Babylon. Do not go to Egypt. Stay here. Stay here. He will protect you even when you're here. Do not go to Egypt. That was the answer. Do not go to Egypt. And the king, actually, with his army, they were like, you're lying. The Lord did not say that. And they actually went to Egypt. Despite the Lord answering their prayer, despite the Lord giving them the plan, his desire for them, they still went to Egypt. Because the way the Lord answered their prayer, it was not what they were expecting. And I thought, how many times have I come before the Lord with a prayer request and already with a plan in my mind on how God is going to move in a certain situation? And yet the Lord is saying, in the midst of your situation, this is how I'm going to move in your situation. Not the way you are thinking I'm going to move, but the way I'm going to move is like this, like this, like this. Because God knows us. He knows our tomorrow. He can see our tomorrow. He is our creator. So he knows the plans he has for us from today. He knows our yesterday. He knows our battles. And he has fully equipped us for that. And yet, when we kneel down to pray, we've got it all sorted out. And then when we don't see what we would have requested come to pass, that's when we say, I don't think God answered this prayer. I guess in my prayer now is to say, Lord, may I have the grace to see what you are doing so that I can align myself with your purpose for my life. I think there's joy in that. There's so much joy in knowing the plans of the Lord over you, because he's an awesome God. He's a wonderful God. He's got great plans. And if we were to know God's purpose of our lives, there are certain prayers maybe that we're not going to pray for. It's the grace to wait upon him when he has answered our prayers. That's what I'm praying for. That's what I desire. That's what I'm desiring also for you that are gonna hear me sharing this, to say, may you know God's plan for your life. It may be, I know, not it may be, I know it's far much more amazing than fleeing to Egypt. Thank you.